progressive tax system. Kind of where the conservatives are going is they want to go to more of a aggressive system. They want to take away the safety nets. They honestly they want to make things worse for poor people and middle class people, and make them really great for that top, 1 to 4 or 5%. So I just think it's odd. But anyway, we'll do one more thing and then we'll wrap up here. Do you want to do a cage match?
Always.
Always. All right. So I've got the Dave Ramsey show. We're going to do a cage match. For those of you who haven't seen a cage match, this is how it works. Lacey and I have not seen this clip. I just picked a clip by title. We're going to play it. Lacey's going to see if she can guess what's going to happen. And I'm going to see if I can out financial plan what they're doing. So this is the Dave Ramsey show. The title of the video, 7 steps that can make you a millionaire in 12 years. That was like, ooh, millionaire in 12 years. I want to know that.
Isn't it just going to be their plan in their book?
It might be. I don't know.
Isn't it just the baby steps?
Well, if that's your call, you're probably right. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I mean, we haven't even started the clip yet, so
Lacey's already like, I already fucking know what this is. I don't know what
the question is. It would be hilarious if I won before the clip started because I don't offer ringside commentary before we start a clip.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I just said
based on the title, it sounds like it's their baby steps.
Oh, I thought he was going to say something more like, "This is how you." Yeah, I thought maybe he'd be talking to somebody and telling him this is how to do it, but we'll see. Let's see what he says.
I mean, I kind of wanted something different than the baby steps because it would be interesting. But
yeah, well, let's see what he does.
Around Ramsey was because many years ago, decades ago, people came to me and they said, what do you do first? Do you do retirement first, or do I do kids' college first? That's very important. Do I have an emergency fund first? That's really important. I need to get rid of this stupid crap.
What was that?
I'm about to be right. I'm pretty sure I'm about to be right.
Really?
Before the video started.
That is so...
Credit card debt's 22%. That's very important. Where
God.
do I start? And what we did at the time, many years ago, was we laid it out. And then we adjusted it a couple of times in the early days. We haven't adjusted it in 25 years. But we laid out what to do first, what to do second. And we call them the baby steps.
Oh, God, you did. You called it. Wow, you called it. I didn't. I just read the title and put it on. Wow, you called it right out of the gate. I thought he was going to take a call.
Do I get like a double win if we didn't even play the clip and I've already said what they're gonna do? I feel like I gotta get like some like double word score, triple.
No. It's the same score. It's just much more impressive.
It's just way better.
Right.
It's okay.
So
I guess now we're gonna see you outplan the baby step. Is there a question attached though? I don't.
Well, I'm hoping he gets it.
The question is, how do I become a millionaire in 12 years?
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is how does he become a millionaire in 12 years? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because he obviously knows, so we'll see.
Wait, hold on. So if you want before you start here, okay, paying off the house is always a big part of his thing.
Sure.
And he always says that in their millionaire study, which we say is not a study, but we'll set that aside.
Yeah.
Their millionaire studies suggest that people that become millionaires tend to pay their house off in, I forget the average is around 10 years.
Yeah.
So somehow I'm guessing a part of his plan means that your millionaire is your net worth millionaire rather than like $1 million in actual cash. Probably has to do with having a paid for house.
Oh, that's a good point. So okay, so let's assume this.
So it's probably going to be a paid for house. Man, if I get like I feel like I might be on my way to a double wing here by saying what he's going to say before he says it.
So let's do this.
He's going to say, okay, it's going to be a millionaire on the basis of having a paid-for home and having invested enough into retirement accounts, like the 15% that they suggest into retirement accounts while paying off the house, and that can be achieved with a debt-free status in 12 years, putting you technically at millionaire status.
Okay, so let's assume this. So let's assume, because about most people, about half their money is in their house, half their net worth. Okay, so let's assume what you have to have in investment savings, whether it's retirement or other, is $500,000.
Right. Let's say 500,000 is your
500.
house and 500,000 investment,
Okay.
retirement accounts, etc. Probably.
Okay. Let me get my calculator. I'll start.
At least that would be a reasonable thing to throw in there as a ballpark.
Yeah, it would be fair. And then
I
what
like
is?
to be getting double win. This is my show. This is my hour, man.
What does he do for percent? It's 12%, right? Is what he guarantees.
Yeah, he likes to say that you can get 12%.
Which is ridiculous. But okay, well, I'll go with his numbers. But we'll say 500,000 at 12%. Okay, and we'll watch this, and I'll do math while we watch this, and we'll see.
Get control of your money. You do it a step at a time. Baby steps. Baby step 1 is you save $1,000 quickly. Little starter emergency fund. Once you've done that, and some of you just have that money, you just name it that just now. You've already did baby step 1. You just reset that money in your mind over to the side. That's baby step 1. Baby step 2 is you pay off all of your debt except your home using the debt snowball. The debt snowball is where you list your debts smallest to largest, pay minimum payments on everything but the little one. You attack the little one with a vengeance. You're not going on vacation. You're in debt. You're broke. You're not going out to eat. You're in debt. You're broke. You work all the time. You're in debt. You're broke. There's a great place to go when you're broke, to work. Okay? This is what you do. And you bust your butt. And it's scorched earth. No lifestyle. No nothing. You sell so much stuff the kids think they're next. You name the dog eBay and the cat Craigslist. Everything's going out the door. We're getting this mess cleaned up.
Jeez, he loves the televangelist yelling shit, doesn't he? Is that just me, or is he just fucking...
Scare him straight into heaven and scare him straight into being rich.
Dude, lay off the Adderall, bro.
We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. People that do it with that intensity get out of debt in an average of about 18 to 24 months. Now, average means that some of you have $500,000 in student loan debt like Jay did. Took her 7 years. Okay? And then average means some of you have $5,000 in debt and $10,000 in your bank account when you heard me rant, and you just went and paid it off. Now you're debt-free. Took you 13 seconds. Okay? But the average is 18 to 24 months. Then when you finish that, with the same level of intensity, you continue. We call this gazelle intensity, the gazelle running from the cheetah for its life. When you get out of debt, you finish baby step 3 with the gazelle intensity, and that's 3 to 6 months of expenses. Then we turn off the intensity, and we move from intensity to intentionality, and we do baby steps 4, 5, and 6 simultaneously. That's 15% of your income going into retirement. That's what's going to make you a baby steps millionaire in about 12 years following this plan. You're going to put money into kids' college if that's applicable, and you didn't sell them off.
Okay, so he's saying 12 years, you save for 15%, he said, right?
Yes.
For 12 years, and you'll be a million.
Okay, no. So he's basically saying the baby steps 1, 2, and 3, which is getting out of debt and basically your 3 to 6 months of emergency fund, is going to be roughly a 2-year span.
Sure.
And the other 10 years is going to be paying off your house and saving for retirement. So we want to probably assume...
Well, no, because they do the paying off the house first.
Putting 15... No.
He said pay off the house.
No, you do those at the same time.
Hang on. Okay.
You're putting 15% into retirement, and all your leftover money is paying off the house and putting something into your kids' college fund. But there's not a specific dollar amount being applied to that. You just do it.
Okay.
So you can assume 10 years of investing 15% into your retirement account, and that same 10 years, you're paying off your house. Maybe you'll pay off your house before 10 years. He doesn't say that exactly, but by 10 years, you paid off house.
I did it for 12. Let me do this. We'll do it for 10. You're saying 10.
Do it for 10 because you got to subtract out the get debt-free time slot.
Right. So... All right, let me do this. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
Financial plan on the fly.
Yeah,
See,
well...
real magic is done. You got a napkin there, right? Tell me that this is on a napkin. It's way better on a napkin.
No, I have a legal pad, but... Well,
I want my financial plan on a bar napkin.
Okay. So, we'll do... First, I ran it at 12, and I looked that up, and then I ran it at 10. So, if I'm saving for 12 years at 12% interest, and I want to get to 500,000, right? Because half that money's in my house, the other half the savings 500,000. I have to save $20,718 a year.
So basically, you have to max out your 401k while paying off your house in that time frame.
Right. But if that's 15% of my income, then he's assuming my income is $138,000 a year or more.
So for a married couple, this is a married couple where they're making like 60 and 70 and both working. Like this is
Right.
who this
Right.
potential target could be.
Or a single person, either way, because a married
Or a
couple,
single person making that amount on their
so a
own.
married couple
Right.
combined, you're millionaires, but separate, you guys get divorced or something, you're not.
Yeah, but he would not be in the camp of people getting divorced.
I'm not. I'm just saying, individually, you're not millionaires. As a couple, jointly on your taxes, you are. But you remember, two people are now living off that money, as opposed to a single person to just be one. So it's not as great as it sounds. Now, if you're doing that in 10 years, you got to save $28,000, $492 a year, which means you got to be making $189,947, so $190,000 a year as a single person, or not a single person, in 10 years. If you want to do that in 10 years versus 12. So let's see. What did while I was doing that, I looked this up. Okay, here we go. So let's look this. I don't know what this site is, but DQYDJ. No. Let's see. Average median, top 1%. Okay, individual incomes. Right here. So in this graph, which I'm going to screw this up every fucking time. I know it. I know it. Let's do that. Did that work? There we go. Is that a little bit better? Can you see that okay? Or
Still kind of small. I don't know. Can we make it a little bigger? There we go. That's way better.
There. Okay. So this is individual income percentile. So this is individuals. So individuals, you have to be in the 135,253 for 2021.
Yes.
Yeah, and
yep, so that's roughly that one.
Yeah, 132. So this one here, so you have to be in the top 10% of earners in the United States as an individual. And that's for the 12-year plan. Okay. So that's where you have to be in the top 10%. You have to be in the top 10% if you want to be able to do Dave's plan. Let's see what it says for a couple. Oh, it's a calculator. So let's do that. 1, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3. Couple, you got to be 77th percentile, so you got to be in the top 23% of households. So you have to be less than 1 in 5. So Dave's not talking to you unless you're rich. This doesn't apply. It's fairy dust. He just promised you a fantasy. Unless you're rich. And I guarantee you, people that are making that kind of money a year are probably not watching Dave Ramsey. They're probably hiring somebody like me to manage that amount of money. So it's bullshit. He's promising something that can't be delivered, right? On top of that, you can look at just $500,000, right? And you got to remember, in 10 years, $500,000 is going to be worth less than it is today because of inflation, which we talked about earlier today. So $500,000 in 10 years is only going to be worth about $350, less than that. So you're still not a millionaire by today's standards, right? So this whole thing is it's a sleight of hand. He's showing you one thing and promising you one thing, but the thing you're actually going to get, or that's even possible to get, you can't really achieve unless you're one of these people making this kind of money. And you can afford to save that much. So the whole thing is bullshit. He just lied. He's just making shit up. He doesn't know the numbers, and that's the problem. I mean, he's been doing this for 30 plus years. It took me, what, 2 minutes to run this on my calculator? But he's the financial expert. I mean, that's what kills me about this whole fucking thing. It's so stupid. I don't know that we need to watch any more of that. I mean, it's just going to be horseshit after that. I mean...